Hello everybody, welcome back to another TradeVision tutorial video. In this video, we will be reviewing the MACD indicator. The MACD is also known as Moving Average Convergence Divergence, and it is a trend following momentum indicator. In order to add the MACD on your chart, all you have to do is click on indicators down here in the bottom right hand corner. Once you've clicked on indicators, you can go ahead and scroll and see MACD right here with an addition sign on the very right. Click on that addition sign and you will therefore add your MACD to your chart. Your MACD will be on the bottom of your price chart. You can expand it this way. And it is an oscillator. We are currently looking at NVIDIA, and we are currently looking at the 1 week time frame. The MACD can be used on any time frame. It can be used on a minute chart, it can be used on an hourly chart, a daily chart, whichever you prefer depending on what kind of trader you are, which is awesome. When you take a look at the MACD down here, you will notice a few things. One, there is this blue line. This blue line is referred to as the MACD line. When I scroll to my indicators, and I scroll down to my MACD, I can click on this gear icon for the settings, and I will see fast period and slow period. Fast period is a 12 exponential moving average, and the slow period is a 26 exponential moving average. The MACD is calculated when we subtract the fast period from the slow period, and we are given a value. That value will be represented here on the right hand side. Currently it is 7.41, as you can see right here. Now the value will be either a positive or a negative. If the value is negative, it will be displayed down here in this bottom portion of the MACD. Anything below 0, also called the baseline, means that the trend is negative, and the MACD line will be below the signal line, which is the orange line. Now the signal line is the exponential moving average of the MACD values for a stipulated time frame, and that stipulated time frame, if we go back to our settings here, we can see is a 9-period EMA, or an exponential moving average. Please do not get confused by all these key terms. I'm only telling you what is going on inside of these calculations and how these are being calculated on the D. These numbers 12, 26, and 9 are the most common and the default values of the D. However, if you would like, you are more than welcome to change any of these values if you wish. You will notice on this chart here that the MACD will commonly cross over the signal line. Every single time that the MACD has a crossover, that signals that there can potentially be a change in trend. For example, if we look at right here during May, we can see that the MACD line crossed above the signal line, below the baseline of 0, and we rose into positive territory. Okay, the MACD values are negative at this point, and if I move my mouse up, they will turn positive, the orange and the blue line. Once we got this crossover, we can see that there actually was a change in trend on NVIDIA. Same thing for this crossover right here. Once we got this crossover on December 2024, there was actually a change in trend right here. So crossovers are what you want to see on the MACD. Finally, you're going to notice these bars here in the middle. Now, what are these bars telling us? All these bars are, each represents the distance between the MACD line and the signal line. So if the distance in between these two lines grows bigger and bigger and bigger, then the bars will get bigger and bigger and bigger. The bigger the bars, the stronger the trend. So that is the MACD indicator. It is a very, very useful indicator. And again, to summarize, what you're looking for are crossovers on the MACD line specifically. Now, there are many other ways to use this MACD indicator, and you can use it to inquire an edge. It is subjective, so you must use it using your own research, and you must use it the best way that you possibly can, because sometimes when you see a crossover on the MACD, it does not always lead to a change in trend. Just like how you might see two crossovers right here, or maybe this crossover right here more specifically in October, we can see that there really wasn't too much of a change in trend. It kind of went sideways. So keep that in mind that the MACD can still give you false signals. If you see a crossover, you might think, oh, okay, we are going to be bullish or we're going to be bearish, but sometimes that isn't always the case. So best of luck to you on using this fantastic indicator for identifying potential momentum in your trades.